Hello and welcome to the Unlucky Podcast. This is the 7th episode, and today we are going to be talking about the holidays and how glad I am that they are finally over. And yeah, I love the holidays because of family and all that good stuff, but we'll get into that. We're going to talk about what I liked about the holidays, what I don't like about them, and I'm going to go on my normal rants and talk about some other stuff too. So, without further ado, let's get on with it and start the show. Okay, so I know I said I was going to start with the holidays and stuff, but just thinking about this, it just always gets me heated, and I just want to go ahead and say this shit so it's said, and then we can go on to the kind of lighter, I guess, stuff. But I am so tired of the roads, like, everywhere, because more or less from the whole Tennessee up to almost Michigan and then down to, like, Florida, I've been all through there, and all of the roads are shit. And, I've been a couple other places, and the roads ain't good there either. But we pay so much money in taxes, and especially if you live in a state that takes not only federal but state taxes and then whatever other taxes they have to take. But we pay so much more than is necessary just to get these roads good. And I know I've talked about, the whole taxes thing already, but now I just want just the roads. Like, how can it be so hard to fix a damn road? And then whenever they're building a new one or whatever, it takes 3 years just to get like a halfway decent one that's wrecked immediately because they're just terrible. And then your car starts fucking shaking all over the road. And I might just be mad about it because I've been having to do so much driving lately. And the roads in Indiana especially just seem like they're just shit, especially on the interstate. There's just giant potholes just in the middle of the interstate. You're going 70 and you just, boom, just bounce all over the place. But whatever. They want to have shitty roads and tires flying down the place. I mean, at least it ain't Russia, Russia, I don't know if it's just they have a lot more of the videos or if people really can't drive for shit there. But if you've never seen those Russian car accident videos on YouTube, go look at them right now because they're pretty fucking funny. Like, I'll sit there and just watch them for hours just laughing because what they do in those moments make no sense. And yeah, there's some like that of everywhere, like America too or whatever, but it just seems like on YouTube you see a lot more Russian videos than anywhere else. Another thing that annoys me, if we're sitting there and I'm going already like 75, which is 10 to 5 miles per hour over the speed limit wherever you kind of are on the interstate, and you come past me going 90, that's cool, pass me. But you don't have to do it in a way to where, like, your fucking fender almost hits my front bumper and there's 4 miles of empty space between us, or in between you and anybody in front of you. You could continue to drive forward, but you want to swerve over in the lane right in fucking front of me, so I get pissed off and start riding your ass and turning my bright lights on and stuff because, I just don't have any fuse, and as soon as something stupid happens or somebody does something stupid, I'm like, oh yeah, I bet I can do something fucking stupider. And then it becomes a pissing contest, but, that's fine. That's great for my blood pressure and stuff, Send it straight up, get me a good rush of adrenaline, and then go pass out or, whatever, 10 minutes later after nothing happens. Or do my old favorite and punch a stop sign and fuck your wrist up for a couple weeks. That's always the smart move. Just punch something that has no give. is made to just withstand like damage, you know? That is the go-to move. But enough of my anger problems. Let's talk about the holidays, which might incite some anger problems too. But, you know, overall, I had a really good time. You know, the whole family got together, and it was that good old panic of wanting to get everything done, but worrying it all wasn't done. And then, even if you didn't get it done, it doesn't ever matter because it's your family, and they're just like, oh, there's a blanket on the couch? Whatever, you know, that thing that you've been freaking out about for hours, like, oh, it's gotta be spotless, it's gotta be nice, all the food's gotta be set up all pretty. And they wouldn't care if it was just, you know, out there in a fucking slop bowl. You just go in there and just scoop out what you want, and they're like, hey, food. But, you know, whatever, it's always nice to have that little bit of hecticness, you know. Everybody's running around, acting crazy. That makes the kids just be like, they're acting crazy, so that means I can act even crazier. And then they just start screaming and climbing up the walls, and their heads start spinning around in circles and shit. And then everybody realizes it's time to calm down. But yeah, all in all, family and all that was great. The holidays were great. It just really comes in the hectic chaos part that I was talking about when we're making plans to do anything. Because, you know, with the holidays, you get the family up and you can't not go do something with the family, so you end up going to eat and going to do a couple other things. But then in the process of doing all those things, it just becomes, well, would you guys rather do this, or do you want to go to eat here? Or, and it keeps changing while you're in the process of doing the plans, so you never know where you're going. Because there's people that want to please everybody the most and not just settle with what we already decided we was doing. Me, I'm one of those people that say, fuck it, we decided we're doing this, let's just go, and whoever's unhappy with it can be unhappy. But then you get those people too that say you go shopping and you're sitting there, and they tend to be the same people that change the plans and do this in the store, where you go for crackers and some milk and you end up getting $120 worth of stuff, and you're like, okay, when did that happen? We was in here for like 5 minutes, but it just magically happened. And then, you know, it's not ever bad stuff, like it's stuff that could be used but isn't necessary to have. And I'm just like, I have two things on my list. That is all I'm getting. If I get home and realize I should have put something on my list, it can go on there next time around, you know what I mean? But I hate going in there and saying, well, I might need this and I might need this and we could use this and we're almost out of this, so we might as well get some more. And if you're one of those people, don't change, because you people doing that is what keeps people like me having things. Because if it was just up to me, my cabinets would be empty. I would live off of Taco Bell and McDonald's, and it would just be a poor sight to see. But the people who buy stuff, that those are the people that fill up a house and make it feel like a home instead of just a place you're living. Because, you know, I'm not going to be the one to go out and buy stuff to put on the walls and all the little frilly stuff. Not even frilly, but just decor, you know, decorations and shit. That's not me. But the people that go out there and just spend 2 hours in the store just looking at what they should buy, yeah, you are useful. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise, even if it's me, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But now, everybody's favorite part of every podcast, the ad segment. And yes, I know you've already skipped, and yes, I know I'm running this bit into the ground, but guess what? It's not there yet. It's at about 4 feet, and you probably haven't even listened to this. So let's get on with the ads. it's really like as soon as my birthday hits, then another month and there's holidays, and another month and there's more holidays, and on and on and on. And all of these holidays you are just eating nonstop. So it's like, well, why keep my diet, or I call it a diet, but I don't diet at all. But why continue to be a little bit healthier when I could just go full blown eat everything in sight and put on like 15 pounds? And you might think, well, that's good. You can bulk up after the summer. No, don't happen. I am made to be long and lanky and just disproportionate so that no clothes fit me properly. And now I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but I really just want to drive home that in the winter I am like a fucking bear. Not so much that I hibernate, because whenever I do sleep, I hibernate because sleep doesn't come easy for me, but I'm in the fact that I will just wake up and just eat and then just sit on it, getting that fat for the cold, and it's just terrible. It's like, okay, because I have a late birthday, but I don't know, maybe I can keep my shit together one year and not put on all the extra weight. And it don't help also when you do go to these family functions and everyone in the family is like, "Ooh, eat this, eat this. Have you had enough? Are you sure you've had enough? Why don't you take some home? Here, just go ahead and have another plate. It's fine if you don't eat it all. You can take it with you, and then we'll give you some more on the side, and then some more over here. And are you sure you've had enough to eat?" And then you end up leaving like two pant sizes bigger than you was before, feeling like you're about to explode and could sleep nestled up in a hammock like a little baby, and it would be wonderful. The lovely part that you can always count on, though, every year is the New Year's resolutions, and people just saying, "Oh, I am gonna do this. I'm gonna quit smoking. I'm gonna go out and run. I'm gonna only drink water." All this stuff that they said last year or the year before or the last 5 years, and it's like, if you know you're not going to do it, you can give it the old college try. But deep down, you know if you're going to actually stick to it or not. That's why any resolution I make, I'm not going to keep to it. Like I could say, I guarantee I'm going to post every Sunday all year. Bet I'll fuck that up. I bet I'll post on a Monday or Sunday night at midnight, turn it into Monday. I'll post and somebody will be like, "Ha, gotcha." Because that's what people really love to do too. As soon as you stop doing your resolution, especially if you're one of those people that was like going to everybody telling them your resolution, and then as soon as you fuck it up, you have 12 people yelling in your face. So maybe if you do decide to make a resolution, just keep it to yourself so that when you fail, nobody knows about it except for you, and you can just be like in your own little pity ball. But you know who really profits off of the whole resolution thing? Is the gyms. Like, that they could be dead. Like, all of Thanksgiving and Halloween time and all that, just nobody comes and works out. But they're like, you know what? We can stay in business. We just have to make it through another month or two. And then New Year's comes and they just get like thousands of dollars. People just fucking running through the door like, I've got to get in shape. And they pay for the whole year and then come for 2 weeks and they just get all this free money with all this equipment that's barely ever been touched. Maybe that's the business I need to go into. Just selling false dreams with a smile, knowing that it's not going to work out unless you're really dedicated to what you're doing. And that's why the people that are like Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff that are just fucking swole, that's why they have so much respect for me, because that is some dedication. Really, anything that takes dedication, I'm pretty fascinated by, because dedication is not one of my strong suits. Like, I'll be surprised if this podcast makes it to like 20 episodes. I'll just be like, fuck it. Even if it's doing good, I'll just move on to something else. Oh, and speaking of something else, I have this video that should be coming up on my YouTube in within the next week. Let's see, when I'm posting this, it is like the 7th. No, it's somewhere around there. But just know the Sunday after I post this, I will have a episode of the podcast like normal, and I'm also going to be posting a little 2019 and past reflection video of just me and a bunch of my friends. And the episode after that will really be talking about what all happened in that video and who it all is and everything in the next episode of the podcast. So make sure that you're looking out for both of those, and I hope you enjoy them. I actually gave the YouTube a change of name. So maybe if you was searching it from another episode where I had the other names. Oh wow, that was a loud ass truck that just went by. I don't know if I got that or not, but if I did, I'm leaving it in. But yeah, I changed the name of the YouTube channel to Unlucky featuring Dustin Blanford. So if you're looking for it and can't find it using the old name, maybe just try using that one. That is Unlucky FT Dustin Blanford. BLANFORD. So yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoy it. And let's get back to the regularly scheduled programming. So to wrap this up in a nice little bow, if I was to say one thing that I wanted to get from 2020, it's that I get more of you unlucky bastards sucked into the vortex of whatever it is I'm doing here, and you continue to like the stuff I put out, and if you don't like it, you hate it enough to keep watching just to see what stupid shit I do next. And maybe if I'm lucky enough and you guys are lucky enough, I can get some merch out, because I got some pretty cool ideas, I think, for some merch. But yeah, so all in all, 2019 holidays, spent some really good and needed time with the family, because as I've said before, I'm the type to disappear for at least a year at a time. So it's nice whenever I can just be settled for the holidays. And my little brother and nieces and nephews and all them, it's great seeing them just learn so fast with all these like toys that are coming out, that if I was a kid like 5 years old and getting this, I wouldn't have known what the fuck to do with it. I would have just looked at it like it was alien tech. And to the people that like to go in the store and just buy everything, as long as it's within your financial range, you fucking rock out, and you do you. Buy the whole store if it's necessary. And just keep a lookout for anything I'm doing in the future. I'm trying to really do a lot right now, especially just to get it out the gate, and then I'm going to kind of pull back a little bit. But I'm going to be releasing a lot. I've already released this is the 7th episode in a little over a month. So just keep on getting me them clicks, and I'll keep on making this subpar content, and hopefully you continue to enjoy it. But yeah, best of luck.